today I want to share with you guys what dyslexia really is, how it affects students, and ways that you can deal with it and overcome it. So a common idea about dyslexia is that you just read your words backwards, or you just mix up your D's and D's. That's kind of true, but there's actually a lot more to it. It does make it harder for people to read because of how it slows down how you process things. So in a TED Talk done by Kelly Sandman Hurley, he talked about how 1 in 5 people actually have dyslexia and how it really is a neurological based issue. So your brain looks different from someone who has it. So it really has to do with like how you're wired, not anything to do with your intelligence level. So the language comprehension is different. It's actually harder for them to like input language and process it through their left hemisphere. As you guys know, like the brain's broken up into 2 hemispheres. Your left side of the brain, where your Broca's area is, which is what we talked a lot about in my psych class, is where you process language and words and reading. So for a dyslexic person, it just makes it harder for them to read because it takes longer for all that to get to that side of the brain. So for you guys to see a little bit, there's a portion of the TED Talk that I thought was really interesting to show you.
Take a moment to read the following. How was that? Frustrating? Slow? What were those sentences about? They're actually a simulation of the experience of dyslexia, designed to make you decode each word. Those with dyslexia experience that laborious pace every time they read.
So after that, you guys can kind of see how challenging it is and how interesting it is, and not just mixing up your B's and D's, like all the letters kind of get mixed up. I actually learned through this that there are 2 types of dyslexia. There's phonological, which has to do with breaking down larger and unfamiliar words, like you have a harder time breaking them down into the syllables, versus surface dyslexia, which has to do with smaller, non-phonetically regular words, like the word phonetic and school, and there's many more in the English language. So with those 2 of the many issues that like people have with dyslexia, it does affect people in school because it does take them longer to read, and it challenges them in areas like spelling. So socially, especially for younger kids who care a lot what their parents think, they can often like be anxious or very self-conscious about anything they do in class. Like if a teacher says, read this handout quickly, it'll take them longer, and they might feel not as smart as their peers or dumb, which it really isn't the case. That really kind of just affects the way you grow up, and as you get older, you just naturally learn to care less about what people think. So ways to deal with it, while it's not curable, there are things that you can do to help overcome it. In the TED Talk, they talked about how you can actually retrain your brain into finding like breaking words down onto similar syllable types, which makes it easier for them to read and get to the same reading level as everybody else in their grade. There's also different schools that you can go to. While like in a public school, you won't have as much one-on-one time with your teacher because your class sizes are bigger, or even in some of the private schools, there's specialized schools meant for people with reading disorders. There's more than just dyslexia, of course. So those classrooms are a lot smaller, so each teacher gets to spend more one-on-one time with the students to help make sure that they're getting it and have a little more specialized curriculum. It also socially helps them because everyone in the class is struggling with something or another, so they don't feel like the only one who's taking longer times to read things or the only one who jumbles up things when they go across and reading them. So if you guys did it, now you guys know a little bit more about dyslexia, what it really is, and how it affects students, and the ways that you can overcome it. Hopefully you'll use this information maybe one day, or maybe soon if you're working in a project with someone here at Fairfield and they're dyslexic, or maybe one day in your career you're